We need smart, engaged people to change the culture, to achieve what the digital transformations are trying to achieve. And one of the kind of mindset shifts that we look for in leadership is that recognition of people in our organization as a lot more than resources, than people with a number in an HR management system. So as a leader, we want to put people first because it's the right thing to do on the one hand, but also because we get such a huge competitive advantage. It's why so many organizations are focusing on engagement, employee engagement surveys. They understand the importance of it. I always kind of refer back to behavioral economics, which is a field that, a few decades ago didn't really exist. And that field of behavioral economics comes about because we as humans are not rational beings. We behave irrationally. We make decisions based on a lot of different things. And as I said, there's a whole field understanding how that affects economic decisions that are made by individuals, by organizations, and so on. So in exactly the same way as leaders, we need to recognize the same thing. The people we work with can agree with the direction that we're providing and the instructions that we're providing, and rationally everything feels like they feel safe and they can do what they need to do. But there's more to it than that. There's another side of dealing with people, which is the emotional side, the irrational behaviors that they exhibit sometimes. And so we need to understand that when we're leading, we can't simply lead through communication to a whole. We have to understand individuals and specifically the environment that they're working in, and making sure the environment is working for them, not against them. So when working with people, one of the first things that I'll often reference or point leaders to is a book by David Marquette called Turn the Ship Around. And what I find really powerful about his story and what he's sharing is that leadership becomes that responsibility of giving more and more authority and responsibility to the people that we work with. And his ladder of leadership, this whole concept of intent-based leadership, is helping people that you work with make more and more decisions, but in a safe way, so that they get to the point where they're able to comfortably take responsibility for things. But there's another side of this, and we often, when we talk about development of leadership, it's very difficult. We're asking leaders to let go of a lot of the responsibilities that make them feel safe and valuable in the organization. There is a return for that, which is as they move up in their understanding of leadership, they get a lot more because you end up growing people. And one of the things that I've certainly seen in a number of different roles and careers that I've followed or been involved with is that growing of people and seeing people flourish and become something that they had the potential to be, but they weren't doing, is an incredibly rewarding piece in itself. But that also translates into success within the business environment.